Karthus is currently played in nearly every game, and with the buffs to Dark Harvest, it's easy to see why he's played so often. But even though he's such a strong champion, there's a big difference between a good Karthus and the best Karthus. In this video, we'll be taking a look at BPZ Chiong, a challenger player on the Japanese server who's ranked the #1 Karthus in the world. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Twigger, that of course is Lola, and we are back with another League of Legends #1 player game, and this time we're going to be focusing on this guy, BPZ Chiong. Yes, Zed, I am Canadian. He is the #1 ranked Karthus in the world. He's on the Japanese server. He's a challenger tier player with 291 LP, ranked I think number 129 on his server, which is damn incredible, but his Karthus is 75% win rate with 92 games played, and he averages around an 8.4 kill to 4.4 death and 8.4 assists. So definitely bringing up some gigantic numbers as Karthus. And the thing is, this is such a topical pick right now because Karthus is just being played all the damn time because of this Dark Harvest, which is basically, if you're not picking Dark Harvest, you're likely not going to win the game. It seems as though every single person wants to play Dark Harvest now because it's just so damn OP. So of course he is running Dark Harvest. I'll be sure to have the runes up here. It's Dark Harvest, I believe, Taste of Blood or Taste of the Week, Eyeball Collection, Ultimate Hunter, of course, because he wants that ultimate up as soon as possible, Presence of Mind, and then also Coup de Grace to do a little bit of additional damage. And then he's, of course, running just the Adaptive Force plus a little bit of additional HP in terms of his rune stats. So if you guys haven't watched one of these videos before, I'm mainly going to be focusing on this Karthus, trying to see how he plays and how his Karthus is so much better than everybody else's on every server. He's the #1 ranked Karthus, but we will still look at the entirety of the game, try to see how the game progresses, because it's not just about this Karthus, it is about the entire team. But of course he did start with his Q first. He is playing support Karthus in this game. He has played mid Karthus, he has played the sort of ADC role Karthus, which is very popular nowadays, but right now he is playing that support with Kai'Sa. In terms of who we've got in this game, I don't think I've even organized this. No, I haven't. You know, a good commentator would have organized this right at the beginning before he started commentating, but you know, there's no point in doing that, right? Let's put Soraka down there, Akali goes here, Garen goes up here, Jungle's right there, and there we go. So we've got up in the why didn't you switch? Go there, go there. There we go, there. There we go. So Garen versus Darius up in the top lane, and I think they're both rocking the skin. So this is a match of the gods up there, which I absolutely love. In the jungle, we got a Vi versus a Hecarim. In the mid lane, we're seeing a Pantheon versus an Akali, and then Ezreal Soraka versus Kai'Sa Karthus. The double Ks, I love it. But we've already got the first gank of the game going on here. It seems the Vi wants to get in onto this Pantheon. I'm going to have this minimized for the majority of the game because I just find it takes up too much space and we can't really see everything that's happening on the screen. But in terms of your Karthus and what he's kind of going right now, he's started off actually with the Spell Thief's Edge, which you don't see too often anymore. A lot of people tend to go for the medallion just to get that extra mana and gold off of it, but Karthus definitely is a spellcaster, can land those Qs fairly often, so he can stack that up pretty damn quick, and he's already got a stack of Dark Harvest, so he's going to be looking to get the Dark Harvest off as much as he can, and then look to one-shot people with his ultimate. Now, the key thing that we have to discuss about Karthus with Dark Harvest, why is it overpowered? Why is it so good? When you hit somebody under 50% HP, you get a stack of Dark Harvest, which increases the amount of damage that you do with a spell or an auto attack on somebody. So the more stacks you have, the more damage you're going to be doing. The thing about it is that it's got a 45-second cooldown. So if you hit somebody with 50% health or lower, then you gotta wait 45 seconds before it'll get another stack of Dark Harvest. But it does reset if you get a kill. And there you go, first blood going in favor of our Karthus, getting another Dark Harvest stack as well. So once you get a kill with Dark Harvest, it resets that 45-second cooldown. So if you use your ultimate and you hit somebody under 50% HP, you get your Dark Harvest stack. If that person dies, it resets. And if your ultimate is, of course, hit everybody on the map, if another person is under 50%, you'll get another Dark Harvest stack. So he's one of the few champions in the game right now who can really get multiple Dark Harvest stacks off of one ability. So that's why we're seeing a lot of it. That's why we find it so overpowered. And with multiple Dark Harvest stacks, this guy's ultimate is going to hit like an absolute truck. So I'm very excited to see what he's going to do, what he's going to build. They are going for their first back now, but a lot of damage going down into the mid lane. Both Ignites are down. It looks like the Pantheon is going to die, and also the Akali is going to die. I love seeing stuff like that where it's just you know, they both went all in, they both used their Ignite, and they both died. However, the one difference that we can safely say is that the Akali won that trade because the Pantheon ended up using his Flash. So that's a pretty big deal. And also, Akali is running Dark Harvest. So I hate to be a broken record here about how important it is to have Dark Harvest, but Akali definitely picked up a Dark Harvest stack there. Pantheon's currently running the spell book, so he's not really getting much out of that. He is able to switch up his summoner spells, which is a great thing. Definitely very helpful in terms of your laning phase and also going into the later portion of the game, picking up TP and things. But, you know, Dark Harvest is Dark Harvest. We're going to be talking about it a lot. So in terms of how these lanes are going to go, I find that in the bot side here, Kai'Sa's definitely a stronger pick than the Ezreal, even though the reworked Ezreal does do a lot of damage. I feel like with the Karthus as well, he does an insane amount of damage and currently kind of broken, but the Soraka ultimate tends to be a perfect counter for the Karthus ultimate. So Karthus uses his ultimate, Soraka heals everybody up, which basically counteracts the damage that's going to happen. But we do have Vi down in this bot lane. The funny thing, though, is that she's standing right on a ward. So great ward placement currently from this bot lane, making sure that they know exactly where the Vi is, just trying to waste as much time as possible. Vi can still go in with this Vault Breaker, but so much damage coming down from the Kai'Sa and also from the Karthus. Karthus hitting that Vi and Kai'Sa just annihilating the Soraka. One more auto attack would have procced that passive from Kai'Sa, and that would have been a dead Soraka. But Karthus is just going so aggro here. What does he currently have? So he just actually upgraded to the Frostfang. So he's just looking for the extra ability power, extra mana regen, and he also has the Dark Seal. So he's going to be doing a lot of damage, but looks like we do have a gank up in this mid lane. The Akali currently taking a lot of damage. Not going to die to the Pantheon Spear, but he is just going to chase her down, taking quite a bit of damage from the turret. Did manage to block one turret shot, and that passive from Pantheon is going to keep him alive. Fortunately enough, that blocked the one turret shot, and then he could just walk in and get another spear onto that Akali. In terms of how the Karthus... Oh, look at the damage, though. Ezreal being forced to flash. And the last Q coming down from the Karthus. That's so damn tough to land. Those flash Qs, I always find, like, that's what separates okay Karthuses and good Karthuses from great Karthuses, is that they can land those Qs. They know where those things are going to be and where people are going to go. And it's just so important to land those Qs as Karthus. So he's already sitting at 2-0 and got 2 stacks onto his Dark Seal. So already this Karthus is feeling great about how this game is going. And look at that, the Darius actually going down to this Garen. The ultimate was used by Garen, just kind of dove him underneath the turret. The Darius did, in fact, have his ultimate available, but of course you don't want to use your ultimate unless you have those stacks. But Hecarim is back for another gank. Going to miss the ultimate, but still going to get the E off to do a lot of damage, but they're not able to chase the Akali under this one. Hecarim currently making Akali's life a living hell, but there we go. The ultimate, the first ultimate from the Karthus is going to secure himself a kill and get himself another Dark Harvest stack, sitting at 4 already. That was just perfect timing for Karthus to be level 6. The Karthus support hit level 6 before the ADC as well, which is just hilarious to me. He's already got 3 kills now in this game. 4 stacks of the Dark Seal. He did go back and pick up a refillable pot and also a control ward. Gonna be very interested to see where he places that control ward, just in terms of like challenger tier plays, like where is the best place to put these wards. Try to learn a little bit about the support role while we're at it. But he's got 3 kills. He went back and he also purchased his Sork boots. So definitely looking to do almost true damage right now, because nobody really has magic resistance. But the Kai'Sa using that ultimate to get in, but is going to get locked down by the Soraka E. That silence and the snare going to be enough. Akali going in, using that shroud, is going to get nicked by the Pantheon E, the Heartseeker strike. But Pantheon is going to be able to do a lot of damage with that spear. That's just such an overpowered spear. It does so much damage and it's targeted. It reminds me of the old Rise Q, you know, where you just had to target click and that red ball went out and destroyed people. It's kind of what Pantheon's Q is. It does a lot of 564 damage crit from that spear on the cannon creep. So Akali's hurting a little bit. In terms of CS though, let's see where everybody's standing. Right now 71 to 67, very even up in the top lane. The only difference is that the Darius has been killed once by this Garen. 44 to 54. Oh, and the Soraka having to flash away. The ultimate coming down from the Ezreal as well and getting healed up by the Soraka. Not going to be enough to kill anybody. The Vi using her first ultimate of the game, but Hecarim is here. Does not have his ultimate though. Going to try to get in onto that Akali, but it's not going to be enough. Hecarim's just going to have to run away from this one. Unfortunately, he did not have his ultimate available since the last time he ganked, but look at that. Garen once again up in the top side, getting a kill onto that Darius, and unfortunately, the Darius had his 5 stacks onto the Garen, but just as we can see, the cooldown is not there for his ultimate. He just didn't use it. So I think the Garen used his ultimate right away. Darius didn't have the time to get his off, and that's going to be a secured kill. But man, with all that happening, the plates are just melting off of this turret in the bot lane. They push them back once again. So for the CS, 76 to 45 in the mid lane. So Pantheon having a big lead there. And the biggest lead right now is the 79 to 46 in the bot lane. Karthus taking a lot of damage. You're going to have to back off just a little bit. He's waiting for his ultimate. If he gets his ultimate up again, which is going to be up in just a couple seconds here, he's probably going to get a kill onto this Ezreal. Karthus is going to start ultimate. There's the channel, but Soraka unfortunately does have that ability to just heal everybody up, and she's going to keep everybody alive. Didn't have her ultimate, actually. That was just a heal out of her, but man, using that heal on the Ezreal nearly killed her. So some very interesting stuff. Pantheon is kind of up here and is going to use his ultimate. Jumping down, but Kai'Sa's going to get the first kill. Pantheon now just jumping in, getting an absolute free kill. Have you ever just been served a kill on a silver platter? That's exactly what it was. Unfortunately, the Karthus didn't get an assist on that one, but he doesn't care. He got another Dark Harvest stack using that ultimate. So there's the first turret of the game going down at 10.5 minutes. Which is damn impressive considering how buff the turrets are with that plating. Darius is not gonna like this one. He is gonna get knocked by that Vault Breaker. Bit of damage going down. Vi does not have her ultimate available though, so they're not gonna chase that one down. They know that Darius still has his ultimate, so yeah, you know, you don't want to poke the bear. But with all that happening up in the top lane, Vi showing herself, Hecarim was able to go and get the first dragon of the game, which was an ocean dragon. Not the most impactful, but Darius getting dove here. Akali making a nice roam up, and Darius, unfortunately, kind of being the sacrificial lamb of this game. He's already sitting at 0-3, and Garen sitting at 3-0. Already has his Sunfire K completed and a Phage. So Pantheon is going to find the Akali here, but once again, the Shroud is going to go down. But Vi is here as well. Doesn't have the ultimate, but Vault Breaker is going to land, just stopping the Pantheon's movement a little bit. Exhaust going down onto the Akali. The Heartseeker Strike not doing any damage, and the Akali is going to get a free kill there. Nice little assist from the Vi. So the first turret did go down in the bot lane for the Karthus and the Kai'Sa, but the second turret is going to be in favor of that Garen in the top lane, currently asserting his dominance. So it looks like Karthus did put his pink ward right down here in this brush. So kind of interesting placement. I think they just want to have, or somebody at least did. I think it was the Karthus, but he did maybe go buy another control ward. But they really want to control this lane. If you guys are looking at just the general support here, control ward, ward, control ward, like the bot lane is just covered. If they get ganked, they're going to know about it unless Vi comes either from the Tri-Brush or around the red buff into the Krug pit. But now the Tri-Brush is covered, so these guys want to push. They want to have an insane amount of pressure on this bot side and just render them useless. But Karthus is going to flank around, getting that wall down, trying to get a slowdown onto this Soraka, but Soraka using the ultimate, but is going to get just absolutely dominated by the Karthus. A nice little flank there from the Hecarim getting a nice gank, and the double kill onto the Ezreal. I don't even know how he... Was it the ultimate? I guess it was the ultimate that came down from the Karthus. I didn't even really see it, but the Ezreal did die as well. Big fight going down in the jungle as well. Vi is not going to go down, is going to go down to the Hecarim, but nice little jump there from the Akali using that blast plant, but unfortunately it's going to be in vain, running right into our boy Karthus. He's sitting at 6-0-2, and at 12.5 minutes, he's got 8 stacks of Dark Harvest. So smart idea from the Garen up here. He knows that he has an advantage. He knows they're losing in the bot lane, so he went and got the Rift Herald. The Rift Herald is a huge equalizer in this game. If you're down a lot of gold, which currently the blue team is 24.7k to 20,000, the Rift Herald, if it can get 2 turrets, it nearly evens up that gold. So it's something to definitely pay attention to. If he uses that appropriately, you can sit very pretty knowing that you're a little bit behind because you're going to come back. Karthus did go back and bought an Oblivion Orb and also finish off his Eye of the Watcher. So definitely a smart idea, building that support staff first, like making sure he can get his wards down, make sure that they're covered. And you can just see the riddling of red wards on this side. Like the bot lane is just absolutely smothered in wards. They will not be surprised by anything down in this bot lane. Unfortunately, the Hecarim has been caught out by this Vi, and he does not have his ultimate to get away from this one. Kai'Sa is up there for support, but right now she's just going for the turret, knows that she can't really support the Hecarim. We are seeing pings on the Kai'Sa. I'm assuming that was the Hecarim going, dude, what the fuck? But Kai'Sa is currently very strong. Vi's going to try to fight. The Soraka is here to get some heals down. Is it going to be enough to actually keep the Vi alive? No, it is not. Oh, sorry, it is. Sorry, the Kai'Sa was the one who died. I thought it was the Vi who got killed, but unfortunate for Kai'Sa, the Soraka was there for those heals. Karthus is now here, though, going to try to get some damage onto this Akali, but we are seeing seeing this ultimate is almost available. Is he going to start channeling it the moment he is? Yes, he is going to start channeling it. The Akali is going to die. The Soraka heal, not enough. And Pantheon was there to clean up the buy as well. It is now just the Soraka who's alive. Still doing damage, though. That Summon Aerie does a lot, but is going to miss the Q. And Pantheon is going to get a double kill, but unfortunately, he is going to get shut down by that Soraka in the top lane. But Karthus is once again sitting at 9 Dark Harvest stacks. But with all that being said and done, this Darius right now trying to do his best against 2 people. Nearly got a kill onto the Ezreal. The ultimate coming down from the Hecarim is going to be enough to kill that guy. But the Rift Herald did exactly what he needed to do. He took down the first tier turret in the bot lane and got a majority of the health from that second tier turret. But at what cost? This Karthus already sitting at 143 ability power, and he's got 10 stacks on his Dark Seal. So it would not surprise me at all to see this Karthus build a Magi Soul Stealer. It would not surprise me in the slightest. If you've already got 10 stacks on your Dark Seal, it's kind of the game that you want to build that. You've got 9 stacks on your Dark Harvest already. He's going to be doing an insane amount of damage. Probably going to be going B now, though, because I'm assuming he's sitting on a lot of gold, but it's our Karthus. He's got a 1,000 gold bounty on his head. So if they kill this guy, that's nearly a needlessly large rod. But Karthus is going to see this Garen, but looks like the entire team is here. So much damage from the Garen going down onto the Hecarim. Darius is now going to try to get his stacks onto the Garen. He does have his ultimate available. Going to use that Apprehend. Not going to be able to get any more damage onto him, though. He is going to flash and try to get the damage out from his ultimate. It's not going to be enough. Judgment coming down, but Soraka is healing him as much as she can, but unfortunately, he is going to fall. Karthus picking up his 8th kill of this game, and now Soraka trying to help her allies, but it's not going to be enough. She is going to be chased down by the Karthus, him picking up his 9th kill of the game, and now Ezreal just caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Karthus is just looking down for his 10th kill of the game, and he's going to get it. That is a triple kill from Karthus. He also has this ultimate available, so I'm not sure if anybody is low. It doesn't look like it, but man, he is just annihilating this game at 10-0-4. And of course, with all that, as you guys saw, he was at 9 Dark Harvest stacks, but since he got the kills there, it reset the Dark Harvest stacks every time. So now he's at 12 Dark Harvest stacks, which is absolutely insane for 16 and a half minutes into this game. The funny thing, though, when you look at the score, 18-12, this game is not over. As strong as Karthus is, you've got a 4-1 Garen and a 4-2 Vi. You know, it's still risky, and the thing is, too, when you've got somebody like an Akali, Karthus is still very, very squishy. So if he just makes a slight move and he doesn't have Zhonya's Hourglass or something like that, Akali can one-shot this Karthus. Of course, then Karthus is still alive because he's got his passive, so you're going to have to run out of his E. But still, you know, you can still blow this Karthus up. In terms of the... I'm just curious as to what he's going to build now. He's got so much gold after that triple kill. So let's pay attention to what this guy's going to build. What's your next item, buddy? Morellonomicon being built. So just like... from the Oblivion Orb, just building it. And also a Haunting, guys. This guy, 245 ability power at only 17 minutes into this game. In terms of the CS, what we're looking at, though, 136 to 111, still a big lead in favor of that Garen. 115 to 87 in favor of that Hecarim. Huge lead of 120 to 74 in Pantheon's favor. And then 153 to the 102 in favor of Kai'Sa. So we're seeing some big differences here in terms of CS. So the blue side definitely has a lot that they have to make up for. But the question right now isn't just about the CS, it's how do you deal with this Karthus, who is absolutely gigantic. Like, we're getting to the point where this Soraka has 1,026 HP, and Karthus's ultimate is going to be hitting for about more than 500. So if Soraka drops below half HP, here comes the ultimate. Let's actually see how much damage it does. Look at that! 3/4 of Soraka's health going down just immediately, and the Hecarim is going to be able to pick up a double kill there, and the Akali going down as well. That's 4 assists for that Karthus. He's now at 13, so yeah, he didn't get any of those kills, so unfortunately he didn't reset that Dark Harvest, but that was 4 assists from just Karthus pressing the R button. He's now at 10-0-7. Just a dominating performance. We've also got, though, 4-1 for this Hecarim and a 6-5 score for the Pantheon. So everybody right now on this red side, the game is just going their way. They're feeling very good about how this thing is currently progressing. Taking down that mid lane turret and trying to get the second tier turret. Unfortunately, just not enough. But Garen is now here to try to get a kill onto this Kai'Sa. If he gets his Q back up in 3 seconds, he might very well be able to get this because well, actually, he doesn't have his ultimate. He's going to try to get in, but he doesn't have a Sheen, so he's not going to be doing as much damage as he thinks he's going to be doing just with that Black Cleaver. So I think everybody's going to be able to get away from that one, but unfortunately, with the Sunfire Cape, the Kai'Sa's just not doing the damage that she wants onto this Garen. So everybody's just going to probably have to run away from that. Innate tankiness is just currently enough. Karthus is now here, though, going to try to get some damage off. The presence of mind resets that ultimate very, very quickly. So he is currently holding off like 4 members of this team. They do not want to fight him. He's doing so much damage to them. And his ultimate is going to be up in probably about 10 seconds. So if they can get this enemy team low, Karthus is going to have a field day here. Pantheon is getting taken very low, though. The judgment coming down from the Garen. He still has his ultimate. He's going to use it on the Darius, and that's going to be a kill. Hecarim running in, though, is going to be enough to take down the Ezreal. Now they're focusing on the Soraka. They are not getting the kill, but Karthus is going to use that E to get the kill there. Garen is now the next target. He's going to get another kill onto the Garen. And with his E, he's absolutely annihilating this team, and that was a quadra kill for the Karthus, just constantly having that E ticking them down, and that's given him his 18th Dark Harvest stack, and he's now 14, 0, and 8. So that's the exact power of Karthus, even without having Azonia's Hourglass. He was just in the middle of the entire team, absolutely dumpstering their health for that entire fight. And he's already got, I don't know if you guys can see this, but he's got a Magi Soul Stealer, and it's at 25 stacks. So this guy already has 345 AP at 20 minutes into this game. His ultimate is doing over 650 damage. The Soraka has 1,100 HP. The Ezreal has 1,400 HP. Like, this guy, when these guys hit half HP, is going to be able to kill them with just his R button and get Dark Harvest stacks. So the things that I like seeing from this guy, of course, he has maxed his Q first. That's a given. And he's only gotten, of course, the 1 stack in the Wall of Pain, but then he's gone for his Defile for the second maxing. And that just makes sense, to be honest. It's one of those things that building a Karthus, you kind of need that damage first. It's less about the oh man, he just uses, I didn't even see him using his ultimate, but he got a kill onto that Soraka. That's another Dark Harvest stack. He interrupted his B to just go, oh yeah, no, somebody's a little bit low. Okay, I'll just ultimate and get another kill. So great stuff coming out of that Karthus. And there's the Hecarim using that speed, using that E with the Dustblade, and then just using his ultimate to get away. I don't think his ultimate was necessary there, but to be honest, the Vi does have her ultimate available, so she would have been able to follow him and maybe gotten a kill there with the Akali, and you don't want to give a shutdown right now. But here comes Hecarim again, using that E. So much damage. Akali does have dashes to try to get away from this one, but it's not going to be enough. Just barely getting away with a sliver of HP on that Akali. But right now, the Karthus did go back and got that Liandry's Torment. The Liandry's Torment as well, while it's ticking on people, if you get somebody below 50% health with that tick, you get a Dark Harvest stack. So this build really is all about getting those Dark Harvest stacks and having that Morellonomicon to get through the healing coming from the Soraka. This Karthus is just terrifying. In terms of what everybody else is building, we're still seeing the Garen has still a significant lead against that Darius in terms of kills and farm. It's still basically the same story in every single lane. The Hecarim is destroying the Vi, the Pantheon is destroying the Akali, and the Kaisa is destroying the Ezreal. And Karthus is destroying literally everybody. If you've ever seen a 1v9 Karthus, this is it. If he builds a Zhonya's Hourglass, which it doesn't look like he's currently building, he's currently got a needlessly large rod, so he might very well be going for Rabadon's Death Cap. But he is absolutely disgusting right now, and I do not know how the enemy team is going to deal with him. And right now, we're going to see how they deal with him, because he's currently in the face of everybody. Soraka is going to be getting a lot of damage taken down by this Pantheon, and not going to go down quite yet, but Pantheon is probably going to be able to chase that one down. Karthus is just trying to slow everybody, but right now, the Soraka's actually done a great job running away, but is unfortunately going to die trying to use that Blast Cone to get over that wall. But Hecarim is now going in, apprehend onto the Vi, pushing her back. Ultimate coming down from the Karthus. Let's see how much damage this does. No, it looks like it's going to be denied. Unfortunately, it did no damage to this Garen, who's super tanky. But unfortunately, the Akali did have that Zhonya's Hourglass to keep herself alive, but it does not really matter, because right now, the red team is just barreling down onto this the inhibitor of the blue team. Garen only has a Spectre's Cowl and a Mercury Tread, and that's been enough to keep this Karthus at bay. He is going to flash away from this one, not being able to get his ultimate down on everybody. The ultimate coming down from the Ezreal, doing a lot of damage to the Kaisa, but now going to try to run away from this. Karthus just, like, he's built everything support. Like, he's got the Watcher, he's also got his Oracle Lens. But the TP coming down from the Garen, not going to be quite enough. He doesn't even get his ultimate off. It was in the mid-channel. Soraka is going to use that Ignite onto the Darius. Not sure if it's going to be enough to actually get the kill on that one. No, he is going to heal up using that Triumph, I believe. and Karthus once again picking up another kill, 17-0 and 10. Akali did fall to the Kai'Sa as well, but Vi picking up another kill, killing the Hecarim, keeping him at bay. But right now, the Kai'Sa is unstoppable, and our Karthus is 17-0 and 1. Currently a deathless game. Gonna try to get a kill onto this Ezreal, but gonna take some fountain damage, and he is gonna be shut down finally by that Ezreal. Unfortunately, the fountain was the player of the game for them. That was the way that you have to deal with that Karthus. You have to get him into your fountain, but looks like that might very well be the end of this game. Karthus selling all of his items to pick up a bunch of Magi Soul Stealers. An absolute domination from that Karthus, showing how powerful, even in the support role, a Karthus can be when he builds Dark Harvest and has a Magi Soul Stealer. So hopefully you all did enjoy this Karthus game, the #1 ranked Karthus in the world. Let me know in the comment section below what champions you want to see. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy content like this, and be sure to leave a like. I'll be posting the damage for the end of the game at the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching this #1 series, and I will see you all in the next video. Not surprising to see, but Karthus dominated everyone in damage with over 31,000 damage done to champions, which is more than double the enemy team's Garen, the damage leader on the red team with 15k. The moral to this story is, if you want to do damage, play Karthus. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next #1 video.